5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I rise to support the budget placed before this House by the Honorable Finance Minister. Our development objectives have been made clear in this budget, which are growth, modernization, self-reliance, and social justice. For want of time, it is difficult to recapitulate the economic progress made during the last 1 year. Coming to the tax proposals straightway, even the objectives of the tax proposals have been very clearly stated in the budget. They are promoting productive employment, consumption standards of the poor, discouraging non-essential luxury consumption, particularly when it is import-intensive, providing some relief to middle-class income tax payers, and containing the budget deficit for the year 1989-90. If we go through all these budget proposals, they are meeting all these objectives which have been placed by the government before us. Firstly, I must congratulate the Finance Minister for proving wrong the prophecies that being the election year, he will be tempted to have populism and he will give reliefs everywhere without caring for the economic of this country. I am very happy that he has not fallen to that temptation and he has recognized the fiscal prudence which cannot be delayed anymore in this country. From this point of view, he has not doubt hit the problem of unemployment and has undertaken the Jawaharlal Nehru Rozgar Yojana. But while doing so, he has at the same time raised additional resources of rupees 500 crores for this new scheme by providing surcharge of 8% on those who can pay, that is, those who have income of more than rupees 50,000. Therefore, this is a very welcome scheme which is being placed before the House by the government. The only thing which I would like to know in this case is whether putting money for these schemes would give employment. Employment does not mean mere funds. So I would like the Finance Minister to give some indication about the details of the scheme, as according to me, merely providing funds will not give employment. There will have to be a detailed scheme by which employment will be generated in due course of time and it will be available for those who are below the poverty line. Then he has also not fallen prey to other temptations, but only provided for distribution of saris to destitute women and some child development service. Therefore, in this case also he has not merely followed the popular slogans and made this budget merely popular in the election year. First of all, I congratulate the Honorable Finance Minister for presenting a very realistic and balanced budget, balanced not in the sense of balancing the receipts and expenditure, but in the sense of looking after all sections of society and all aspects of the economy. Sir, in our country, there is a group of people who call themselves high intellectuals and who always find fault with our budget. These gentlemen every year go on writing and delivering long lectures criticizing the budget day in and day out. They always try to find loopholes in our budget and even predict that the nation is going to face a disaster if this sort of budget goes on. They also say that there will be a complete breakdown of the economy. This is what they have been writing every year. These prophets of doom have been proved to be false. Their problem is that they are incapable of looking at the budget from the point of view of our national philosophy or the philosophy that guides the policies of this government. They look at it from their own angle and from their own outdated and discredited philosophy. They do not realize that in spite of the eloquence of their writings and speeches, the karma of the country's economy, overcoming all crises and difficulties, all hurdles and obstacles, moves on the path of continuous progress towards the cherished goals of this great nation. Indeed, these small and perverted minds and a great country cannot go together. The finance minister has announced a new package of employment generation and anti-poverty schemes. He has given marginal income tax relief to the salaried middle class. He has also left items of mass consumption untouched and decontrolled cement and aluminium. Yet he managed to work out a fresh tax net of rupees 1200 crores on the relatively affluent classes. For this, I do congratulate the minister. It is true that his proposals mean a hike in the cost of things like cigarettes, as my friend has pointed out just now. Maruti cars, two-wheelers, scooters, televisions, computers, and so on will be dearer. But this burden falls on those who can afford to pay, and those who can afford to pay should pay some amount for the benefit of the common people of this country. 8% surcharge has been levied on those who are earning above rupees 50,000 in order to mobilize funds amounting to rupees 500 crores for the Jawaharlal Nehru Rozgar Yojana, intended to cover 120 backward districts in the country.